Hello and welcome back to my channel. It has been so long. So I had my NaNoWriMo videos, but like in terms of actual like content. Also, if you hear like weird noises in the background, that's my dog scratching. He's over there. But yeah, I think it's been like 2 or 3 months since I actually sat down to film anything non-NaNoWriMo related. So I just wanted to kind of take some time to update you guys and like sort of explain what's been going on with me, because I did sort of disappear. Mind you, most of you probably haven't noticed, but if you did notice, I have been gone for a while. And a lot of the videos that I promised you guys this year, I haven't actually released, and obviously this year is ending, so some of you have been asking where are those videos and what happened to them. So I just thought that I would take some time early in the morning with a coffee and a bare face and just kind of update you and have a little chat and check in. So I promised you guys a bunch of songs that haven't come out, a Dorian and Aylin song, songs from The Infernal Devices, a song from PJ Shepherd's series, among others. And as I'm sure you're aware, none of those have come out. Following that, I also promised you Bookish Songs Volume 2 sometime this year, and that is also not coming out. It's not even like a third of the way recorded. I'm so sorry for that. I know you guys have been looking forward to it for ages, but I have had sort of a rough go of it this year. In general, I was very involved in my church, and then I came out to them and drama ensued, as I'm sure you can imagine. So it led to me kind of leaving that space, and I also ran out of funds for my master's program, so I had to take time off and work before going back to it in this coming term. So it's just been like kind of a wild ride, and at that point doing YouTube, while I love it, was kind of becoming a source of stress for me, and not in the sense of like, oh, I hate it, but just in the sense of like the pressure to get a video out when I had all this other stuff going on. It just became a lot, so I decided to take a step back from it, since, you know, I would love this to be my source of income and my job, but obviously like at this point in my life that's definitely not even close to feasible. So it's just something I do in my spare time, and on top of my, you know, schoolwork and job and band and all that stuff, just doing the weekly videos was becoming a lot. So kind of after I did NaNoWriMo, I just felt so burnt out, like I just had nothing left to give. So I decided to take a step back, and I am sorry if you were looking forward to those things and expecting them, and I do intend to do them. Bookish Songs Volume 2 will come. I don't know when, but it will. One thing that's hard is that all of the music that I put out on this channel is stuff that I produce myself, except for the epic orchestral stuff that's done with an actual producer, so I'm sure you can tell that that quality is better, because everything else that comes out is just stuff that I do kind of on my computer on GarageBand the best that I can. So it's not always great, but it takes a long time because I'm not a producer. So I hope that those will come out maybe next year, maybe the year after, I don't know. I'm just recording when I have time, and I'll release the songs one by one as they are recorded on YouTube. That's another thing. That's why you have songs, the Song of the Witch Kingdom and Firestarter and all those things on YouTube. A lot of you guys have been asking me like, where are they on Spotify or other streaming platforms like my other music, but the thing is, it's actually really expensive to put your music up on streaming platforms. At least like, I mean, it's not cheap, especially if you're a songwriter and you pay for like publishing rights and stuff to get credit as the songwriter. So a lot of you have been asking like, where are those and why is there only Bookish Songs Volume 1? And so that's kind of the main reason, is it's a lot more financially reasonable to save up until you have like a big chunk of songs and then releasing it as an album, because the album is only like, with the program that I use, like 3 times as expensive. So if you're putting like 15 songs on an album, you're paying only 3 times what you would pay to put a single up. So it's way cheaper. So obviously for someone that's broke as fuck trying to get through school, it makes more sense for me. So I released them on YouTube first so that you guys can access them and listen to them right when they come out. But they're not on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, because that's quite pricey to put them up there. So that's why they're not there. I'm sorry about that. I've actually been toying with the idea of starting one of those like buy Victoria a coffee things. Like, you know how people have like a donation site? It's not like Patreon, because Patreon you like sign up monthly, I think, and I put out extra content. It's just like buy the creator a coffee and you donate like $2 and then they supposedly can like buy a coffee. But like I would do that, but then put all of that towards like putting up my singles on Spotify so you guys could have them earlier. Spotify and all of the other ones, because it all happens at the same time. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in to get them up faster. What else can I update you on? Oh, I also announced a project, a collaboration with cosplayers and PJ Shepherd, which I never announced what it actually was, but most of you guessed. It's a Ballad of Terrasin epic orchestral with like a full-on music video with cosplayers playing all of the various parts. So I'm super stoked about that. That was supposed to come out this month, but we've also pushed that release just because like me and PJ have been under a lot of pressure, both of us. PJ's the one that's directing the video and she's also doing the vocal mix. So we had a producer create the track, but PJ's mixing the vocals. So we're working together on that. And then PJ is also directing the video, so she's in charge of like getting all the cosplayers content together and making that into something. So she's got a lot going on in her own life, and then me as well, as I said. So we just decided that in order to produce like the best content that we could, we would push the release, because we didn't want to kind of scramble to get it done in 2 weeks and then produce something that we weren't really proud of, or that we didn't enjoy, or think that it was as good as it could have been. So because I've been postponing all these other things, I was like, you know what, let's just add one more. Like, we're both dead. Let's just move on and like, you know, start again in the new year. So yeah, that's the other one. As you can tell, I just look like dead inside. I've also gained so much weight, which is like neither here nor there, except for like, you know, I struggle with binge eating, as I've told you guys in the past. And so that's not a healthy place to be, and that's kind of come up again. And you know, it's just like trying to get my health on track, because there's lots of health concerns in my family. So it's just been a year, okay? It's just been a year. But you know, a good year. Like, lots of things have happened for the better. Like, you know, I did start my band and that was super awesome. I started querying my book Rose Evans and the Monster Hunters, which, okay, so another update, I guess. I don't know if you guys care. I think I might be shelving that one soon, but I'll do like a whole video on it. You know, I've been querying it for about a year. I've queried like 100 agents and had like definitely some requests. Like, I think I have about a 10% request average, which is like not terrible and not great. But like no one's biting, and I think it's because it's urban fantasy, which is very much dead right now. So I think that I may shelve it. It's still with 3 or 4 agents at the moment, so I'll see what they say obviously first. But I haven't been getting any kind of like consistent feedback where it's like, oh, I can change that. It's like all over the map, very subjective stuff. So I'm like, I have other projects that I can be going on with. So yeah, that's another thing. And I don't know what else I'm saying here, but I just thought that I would update you and let you know kind of why I disappeared, why there are so many videos I promised you that have not come out, why the songs you've been waiting for are not on streaming platforms. It's just been a time. So yes, I feel exhausted but excited for the new year, also stressed by how much I have to get done, you know, going back into school full-time, trying to get that done because I want to fucking graduate. Yeah, so I don't know what else to tell you, but I love you guys. I'm sorry, I also haven't been responding to comments. I used to do that a lot, but that's just been another thing. I do read all of them though, so please leave comments. I do enjoy reading them. But yeah, I mean, let me know how you guys are doing and kind of what you would like to see from this channel in the new year. And thank you for bearing with me and still supporting me and not unsubscribing. Oh my gosh, that has been something that's been so touching actually, is like through all of this, while I've been like disappearing and I feel like not putting in the effort I want to with YouTube and letting you guys down, my subscriber count has still been growing, when mind you slowly, but it's still going up, and I was like, you guys are so wonderful. So that's been really amazing, because I feel like, you know, I'm not doing my part, but at the same time you guys are still commenting and listening and being great. So thank you for that. Thank you for watching this video, and happy holidays, mind you. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. Merry whatever. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. I hope you guys have had a nice year and at least some time to relax. And so yeah, bless you all. Thank you. And I will see you in the new year. I love you. Bye.